perfection had fractured beyond repair. For when a soul refuses to bow before love, its very light becomes the fire that consumes itself. Lucifer no longer hid what burned within his heart. His refusal became a resounding declaration in the midst of heaven. A single word, short, yet tearing apart the peace. No, for the first time in the heavenly realm, a soul dared to answer the Creator with denial, and its echo struck like thunder across the skies. God looked upon him with eyes full of mercy, but Lucifer felt only disdain. Within, he repeated again, no, this time his voice strong, like a king announcing a decree. And many angels heard in that word not only rebellion, but also the allure of a new idea. He stood tall, his cold gaze turned toward the multitude of his brethren, and said, do not see, what is being demanded of us is humiliation. We are light. Why must we bow before weak flesh? Why must our glory be placed beneath mankind? His words were not harsh, but filled with reasoning and persuasion. And I saw many angels begin to waver. Some felt that voice carried truth. Others remained silent in confusion. The words of Lucifer were like a cold wind passing into the hearts of angels, planting in them the seed of doubt. And where doubt takes root, a harmony begins to break. Meanwhile, Michael stood nearby, his eyes full of resolve. But at that moment he had not yet spoken. Lucifer continued, we are children of light. Why must we bow to what is low? Why must we accept a plan without meaning? God demands what cannot be accepted, and if he lowers himself so far, then he has already lost his absolute place. The fire of pride had become words, and words had become weapons. Heaven was now divided in attention never before known. The faithful angels remained silent in worship, but a third of the hosts leaned toward Lucifer, not because they desired evil, but because they believed he spoke aloud what they had never dared to think. I felt that in this very moment the freedom God had given was fully revealed. No angel was forced. Each had to choose to bow in humility or to rise with pride. And Lucifer stood like a tower, imagining himself the voice of justice. Yet in truth he had become the one who sowed rebellion. That first no was not only a denial of the mystery of incarnation, but also a declaration of war, the beginning of division, the thunder that gave birth to the greatest revolt in heaven. When Lucifer's call to rebellion spread throughout heaven, the realm was plunged into a heavy silence as though the whole universe was waiting for an answer. His words, filled with reasoning, had shaken more than a few hearts, planting in them a doubt whether God's plan was truly the only way. And in that moment a voice rang out, not from a lofty angel, nor from one most highly esteemed, but from Michael, the humble warrior,